Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm super excited. We are going to be drawing Hedwig from Harry Potter. Hey there, friends. Welcome to Artsy Rose's channel, and on here I'll be teaching you all different kinds of things. But the most important thing to remember is that you are your own special artist, and how you choose to do something doesn't have to be anything like anybody else's. I'm just here for the guidance and to offer you some different insights in teaching and how to use different supplies and how to maybe draw in a different way or technique. So I am so excited to spend some time with you, and I, of course, cannot wait to get started. But first, go ahead and gather up all your supplies. You'll need something to draw with, such as a pencil, an eraser if you have one. I do love to use a Sharpie or a marker for tracing my pencil lines, and then whatever you have to fill in with color. That could be markers, crayons, colored pencils, permanent markers, gel pens, paints, oil pastels, whatever it may be that you have. And of course, we'll use different supplies for different projects, but if you don't have something that I'm using, use what you have. Make it work, right? And remember, there are no mistakes, there are only happy accidents, said somebody famous a long time ago. So no stressing. If you have oopsies, you can always change it and turn it into something else. You guys take a deep breath and, of course, gather those supplies, maybe grab a drink and a snack, and let's get started. Can peek. There's Raina right there, and then Biggie is being nosy over there. And then of course we've got our close-up and me. So I always draw with markers so that way you can see what I'm doing, but you are going to want to draw with pencil. That way if there's any oopsies, you can most definitely erase those and catch back up. Let's get started. My paper is vertical right now, and I like that because then I can kind of fit more in there. That's tall, right? And so we're gonna have Hedwig standing on a stack of books. So we actually just did this painting at the studio last week, and it was so much fun. You guys drop me a comment and let me know how your day is going. Now we're gonna put Hedwig about in the middle, his head, and then his wing will be over here, and then the books will be down here. So we're gonna do a frowny face, like so. So there's Hedwig's head. And then from here, I think I want to make this just a little bit longer, okay? And his head's actually going to be turned, because you know owls can like flip those heads around. Now we're going to go ahead and let's do the eyes like so. So we're going to make circles for eyes, and then why not have our cute little girl looking over this way. And then of course I like to put shines in the eyes, but kiddos and adults, everybody just kind of has their own special way for doing things. So you have a special way for doing eyes, that you do you. That's the most important thing, right? Now, you know what? I almost forgot. I'm not in character, guys. Y'all let me forget. So I gotta get my glasses on and my Artsy Rose hat. Now we can do some art. I got all distracted. My daughter made like this amazing dinner, kind of this Asian inspired entree, and it was so good. It was like kind of like a lau mein, little bit spicy, but you know, I just drank me some almond milk and then I'm good to go. So now Now I'm Artsy Rose and we are ready. I apologize, but I am going to zoom back in and continue on. So we need to do Hedwig's beak. There we go. So it's almost like a real lazy triangle. And then we're going to throw sort of like a beak, sort of like a V. And then I'm going to do two little notches here. And then over here, we're going to make the letter that comes from Hogwarts. Here we go. There. So I did the bottom a smidge diagonal. And then we're going to do the seal, right? You got to have the Hogwarts seal. And then we'll do a diagonal and a diagonal. So there's our envelope, our letter. And now let's go ahead and bring this neck down a little bit more. And then I'm going to throw, so we've got a horizontal line here. We've got a vertical that has a little bit of a curve. And then this little scarf's going to come around over like so. Now notice how I'm doing little short lines like that. That's called sketching. You guys know this. Okay, so now we're doing a little bit of a curve and then another little bit of a curve like so. And then, so this is the horizontal part of the scarf, you know, the part that goes around the neck right here. But then when we have a scarf around the neck, typically part of it will hang down right here. And hey, see my necklace? This was something my dad picked me out for Christmas. Isn't that pretty? So I've been trying to wear it in my videos lately. But back to Hedwig. All right, so we've got to draw the piece of the part of the scarf that hangs down. Okay, so we're gonna do, see how it's a little bit of a curve, kind of like a lazy curve, and then we've got a little bit of a curve there at the bottom. Okay, now we're gonna draw the second part of the scarf that would be hanging down, because remember, it wraps around the neck, ties, and then the two pieces hang down. Okay, now let's do Hedwig's body. So we're gonna curve around like so, and then some of the tail would probably be hanging down like that. Now, as of now, Hedwig is floating in the air. We don't want Hedwig floating in the air. So we are going to let's add a stack of books. Maybe they're spell books. What do you think? So we're gonna do, it's pretty much a straight line. It's got a smidge of a curve to it. And then the bottom of the book, we're gonna pretend like we're drawing. Oh, now we gotta continue drawing, just like so. Now the edge of the book is gonna go diagonal, just a little, not much. Notice it just does a little diagonal down. And then right where it started, see right here where it started to diagonal down, we're gonna do another diagonal. But here, right where they meet, we're gonna do a curve. And these are the book pages, right? So we're just gonna do some quick little shoop, 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 shoop. Lines like that to look like pages in the book, okay? And then maybe we've got, you know, some stuff on the binding here. There we go. Maybe a little extra something right up here. Ta-da! All right, now, why not make another stack? So right here is where it started to go diagonal, and if these books are stacked up perfectly on themselves, it would go diagonal right there. And then we'll curve around. Now my son, oh my gosh, he read all of the Harry Potter books and then watched all of the movies, and just a huge Harry Potter fan. And I mean, I thought that was incredible. I love that it, you know, the novelty of it promotes literacy. But I never really like got it because I didn't read any of the books or watch the movies. OMG, like, it's an incredible, I mean, it is just the imagination. And J.K. Rowling's brain is just incredible. What she has thought of, and all of the amazing things that she comes up with in her books is just like kind of mind-blowing. There we go. I find myself thinking, like, how did her brain even go there? You know? All right. Let's zoom back in. If you guys have a favorite book in the series, definitely drop me a comment. Let me know which one it is that you like the best. Now, see how the right side of the scarf curves like a backward C? We're going to do that again right here, backward C, backward C. But then right here, we're going to go just a lazy curve like an actual C. Then we're going to do a little bit of a curve like a grin all the way down the scarf. Same thing here and here and here, okay? Now, I guess we could give, like, Hedwig just a little bit of little eyebrows going on there, and then she has these beautiful markings on her. So it's really up to you, like, how, you know, you want to go about to kind of show those. We could just do little V's if we want to. There's Raina again. I think what she's done, she hears me talking, she stole Biggie's bone, I think. Yes, I'm talking about you. And there's Biggie. He's down here. You can't see him. Maybe he'll go lay down with her in just a minute. But we're going to keep going on these V's. Here we go. And these are just kind of going on down. There we go. And then maybe just a little bit, few little lines kind of show a little fluff over there on the right side, since we did on the right side of the head. You know, we've got some fluff showing, okay? So this, my friends, is pretty much it for the drawing part, okay? So now we want to bust out the colors. So what are you gonna use? Are you gonna use markers? You're gonna use crayons? You're gonna use colored pencils? Like, what do you want to use when you are coloring this in? Okay. I don't know. Which do I want to do? Do I want to do? Maybe I'll do crayons. Okay. And actually on Hedwig, I might do oil pastels because I love oil pastels, and then do crayon on the rest of it. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but this is a fun box of crayons by Crayola. And I'm missing quite a few of mine, but they have all different skin colors, hair colors, eye colors that come in the box. So if you're, you know, working on people, or you do a lot of that, this might be a really fun box to get. But I was thinking in here, this one's called Light Medium Golden, would be a great color for the envelope, right? There we go. Now, I'm not really sure where you guys are watching me from, but I do have to say, here where I am, we are getting snow. And it's beautiful, and I've been waiting all winter for this. It's super exciting. I know most people don't feel that way about snow, but I do. All right, so that's a great envelope color, okay? And then we talked earlier about how the seal is on the envelope, right? And my brick red has just straight up disappeared on me. If I had my brick red, never mind. There it is. I would use that because this is more of that color that they would have done the wax seal with on the envelope, right? There we go. And I colored it kind of hard around the edge and then soft in the center. Okay, so I'm going to use the same color while I have it out, and this is what we're going to use for Hedwig's scarf. And we know that Harry Potter's house colors are like a deep red and then a golden yellow, right? So this is a pretty good color for trying to show a deep red. Here we go. Fabulous. Now, since, oh, this is kind of a tricky one. We're gonna have yellow here and red there. So do I color underneath it with yellow or red? Really? It's whatever you wanna do. It doesn't matter. But we are creating a pattern. So it's gonna be yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, and on and on and on. There we go. Ooh, OMG. That's supposed to be yellow. We just talked about a pattern, and what do I go into? Sometimes, although I just colored really hard, so this probably isn't going to work, but sometimes you can use an eraser to erase your crayon. So it's making it lighter. It's not getting rid of it, but it is making it lighter. So we're gonna do that. OMG. Gracious. Leave it to the art teacher to goof it. There we go. That's okay. That's not super noticeable. And I always say, like, some kids would have just totally freaked out. Even adults would have just totally freaked out. But what we have to remember is that we all make mistakes. And most of the time, these mistakes can be fixed or made less severe, I guess. Okay, so is it completely fixed? No. But is it lighter red now? Yes. So it's not that big a deal, right? So we don't freak out about mistakes. Things happen. Okay, so red, yellow, red, yellow. Then, because I did red here, this needs to be yellow there. So right here is going to be red. There we go. So fabulous. And this will also be red right down here. There we go. Yes. Okay, I know I have a golden yellow. I'm pretty positive. That's regular yellow. Here's one, a goldenrod yellow. Okay, this, I love this color. It's not quite right, but it's pretty close for the correct Gryffindor colors, right? So we, my daughter and I have one Harry Potter movie left to watch. It's the last one. And like I said, it's been super great and fun to watch. There are some scenes though that I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's pretty intense. And because I know that my niece is watching these and my nephew, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if that just scared them. You know, they're watching it with my brother and his wife. But okay, so there is our Hogwarts scarf. I love it. And Hedwig is coming along fabulous. So really, we just have Hedwig's eyes, which are, I'm probably going to use the same yellow. And then we have the body to do, which I talked about. I think I was going to do oil pastels because that's great for doing a little blending, and we can do these little details that we added on the scarf with some black and then kind of blend it so it's not so in your face. But I just love oil pastels. You guys do what you have. Use what you have. Color pencils, crayons, markers, you know, oil pastels. Maybe you're painting this. We painted this at my studio last weekend, and I'm going to be painting it in a couple weekends for another birthday party. But I love birthday. I love birthdays, and I love celebrating other people's birthdays with them because it's like their special day, their own holiday, right? I think for the spell books, ooh, this green would be a great one. And then we also need like a color for the pages. Maybe I'll use that same color, the light golden. I think that's what we used. Maybe we'll use this for the pages because then it ties in to the envelope color, right? And then what color for the other book? I guess I could do red, but then it will look Christmassy. Decisions. We'll decide in a minute. Okay, so let's zoom on back in. Do y'all want to peek at the puggies? Oh, there's baby, and there's Raina. She's still chewing on that bone. And there's Biggie. He's mad because she has his bone. Okay, so we'll zoom on in, and there. Now y'all can see me. And like I said, I think I really like this green. It's called Green Eyes. So I'm going to use that in the book. There we go. It's really actually incredible how many different color crayons there are. Like, we're talking, oh, Raina, be nice. We're talking over 100. I think there's 120. Drop me a comment if you know how many color of Crayola crayons there are. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I like that. I think that's it's a good spell book color, don't you think? Okay, now I'm not sure I can get this much darker, but I think it would look cool if we went between right here, and I'm trying to use as much muscle as I have to get that colored in, just so it looks a little different. There we go. I always tell people when they come to my studio, they didn't know they were gonna get a workout. I guess I could do a blue. What is this one? Bluetiful. This is a pretty color, guys. This Crayola is Bluetiful. There we go. Awesome. So we'll get that filled in. There we go. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to use that light golden to color the pages. Now you could just leave them white because I know typically in most books they're white, but I'm trying to make an older looking book that has, you know, weathered pages. So there we go. Okay, now for, I think down here on the tail, just to kind of go along with these lines right here, let's go ahead and pop a few of those texture lines on there, all right? There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Fabulous. Now, what should we do? We should do our oil pastels, don't you think? And I think in the background, I'm gonna do dark colors like, I have, what's it called? Oh, indigo is fairly dark. We could do that one. And then we could do violet. We could throw some indigo, some violet. Obviously black would be great. For some reason I'm thinking, oh, there it is. Okay, there's black. And I had 3 boxes of crayons and I don't think I have a whole complete set anyway. What's this one? This one looks dark. Oh, just good old blue. And good old blue. Okay, what's this one? Indigo. We already did indigo. So maybe we'll just do that. Indigo, violet, and, oh, blue violet would be good. And black. So blue, violet, and indigo are going to be really similar because essentially they're the same thing. They just have a different name. And then these are the oil pastels. If you're looking for just a cost-efficient, good oil pastel, Crayola has great ones, and you can get them in lots of colors. Like they have boxes bigger than this. I think they have a 24 count, maybe a 36 6 count or something like that, but you can get a lot of different colors, including gold and silver. Those are fun, okay? So, I know Crayola's not paying me. Should they? Yes. Yes, they should. I've definitely paid somebody's salary over the past 15 years buying art supplies from them. But anyway, obviously you guys can tell that I love see all of those. I love using oil pastels, and I really love using white for blending. But what I need to do is I need to kind of clean off that tip. If you've got a napkin or paper towel close by, that's even better, but you know, it's all right. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. So what I'm going to do, and I know it seems silly, but I'm going to put a layer of white on first, okay? Then I'm going to pop a little bit of black on, and then I'll pop some white back on top of that. And essentially where the black is going to go is everywhere that I already have those little black lines. Okay, here we go. Yes. Oop, don't want to untape that. Okay. So we're getting white all on there. Then we'll use, like I was saying, a black pastel. Okay, and we'll put a little pop of black on there. There we go. And so that's going to help that all come back and looking good. Okay. So I'm just kind of, I'm not trying to stay exactly on top of my Sharpie. And you guys have pencil actually, so I'm not trying to stay like exactly on top of it, just close. There we go. So how many of you, this is not Harry Potter related, are excited about the Olympics? They're coming, guys, they're coming. I'm excited. We gotta cover these up. There we go. Okay. So, I'm having a little bit of a hard time remembering, but maybe a black beak? Or is it yellow? Black, yellow? Let's go black. Why not? That's one cool thing about art, guys, is really there's no wrong answer. Like, this is my Hedwig, right? So my Hedwig can be very different from the one in the book or the one in the movies because this is my art. So that's one thing to always remember, that, you know, just make it your own and don't be afraid to make it your own. There's nothing wrong with that. I really like the golden yellow for the eyes, so I'm going to go back to the crayon real quick for the eyes instead of my yellow that's in the oil pastel box, because the yellow in the pastel box is actually like a brighter yellow. I'm going to use a marker for the pupils, and the reason I'm doing that is because it's a tight space in here and I don't want to get out of the lines. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it happens, but this is just one of those tricks. I know I have more control with a marker than I do a crayon or a pastel as far as staying inside small spaces, right? So anytime you can use little tricks like that to help yourself be more successful, you definitely should. Now, if you want to, you could now go back on top of all of those again, just like so, and then kind of blur them a little by putting the white on top. See how that kind of blurs it? And you don't have to, but it's an option that helps it look, you know, maybe like it's a little bit more fluffy and soft versus, you know, a harsh, bold black line, but up to you. Same thing down here, same thing over here. We can kind of color some on top to blur it. There we go. Oh yeah. Now I really love a bold black outline. So before we're done, we're gonna go back with the black oil pastel and give it a bold black outline. Now, if you are a person that just like totally loves art, and maybe you really love to paint, Artsy Rose has great painting art kits. So you're definitely going to have to check those out. I'm pretty sure I put a link in the description, but it is artsyrose.com/kits, and we have great painting art kits for all different seasons. The seasonal ones all have videos over on YouTube, like how to paint videos. But we have even more than those where you can, oh, sorry guys, the one I was just using was indigo. Okay, so now this one is blue violet. This blue violet takes on a little bit more of a purple vibe. What do y'all think? A little bit? Whew, this room in here is getting toasty. It's these bright lights. There we go. Okay, and this is just a coloring method that I kind of like to do. I know it looks like I'm scribbling, but I'm not done. Instead of just doing all one color in the background, because sometimes that's, sorry to say, but boring. Sorry if I'm offending you. So I like to do different colors like this. This now is just good old violet, just a good old purple. Try to keep your color lines going the same direction. That way it doesn't look too chaotic, too busy, because I mean it kind of does look a little chaotic and busy, right? But at least all of my lines are going the same direction. Now I started out with the lighter colors ish, because my last color is black. So now everywhere that there's a white spot plus extra, like I can color on top of some of this too, is going to be black. Okay, because I am going kind of for a night sky, but there we go. Fabulous. So I gotta pause and peek at something. All right. Yay. Okay. All right, just had to check on things. So just had to make sure nobody had any questions or chats for me or comments. I'd love to know what the weather is doing where you are, because like I said earlier, it is snowing here. I don't know if it still is, but as of me starting this live stream, it was. Okay. Those edges always get you guys. You gotta hold those edges down so that way they don't curl up, flip up, tear. Sometimes I've had them tear on me when I'm coloring right there on those edges. But something about coloring is just kind of therapeutic. Just good old crayon and paper. Just relaxing. There we go. Awesome. And then don't forget, we've got this little spot under the tail. So now we can kind of, you know, I'm looking at it from a distance up on the screen, and I feel like maybe I could put a little bit more black up this direction just to give it a little bit of a darker feel. Because remember, I'm going for a nighttime effect, but I didn't want it to just be black. So there. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. I love it. Might definitely have to do this at the studio. I think the kids would love it. I know some adults that would love it too. Okay, so now I'm back with the black oil pastel. Remember we talked about I was going to get it back out at the end. There we go. All right, and then down and over and down and down, and then around the belly. I think I already did that, but I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the book as well. All right. Fabulous. I love it. What do you guys think? I would love to see your version. Those of you doing this along with me, you'll definitely, I don't know if you can drop a picture into the comments, but that would be cool. Or I guess you could post it and tag Artsy Rose. There we go. Now, I do need to get that white back out. I'm going to try, I don't know if it'll show up, but remember those little nostrils? Is that what they call them on a beak? I don't know, but I'm going to throw those back on there. I don't know if you guys can even really see them. Yes. Oh, there's Hedwig. So pretty. But do you see how fun those oil pastels are and how versatile they are, and they're great for blending and layering. And I just think that they're a definite must for any person that is just into art. So hopefully you guys really loved this project. It's super fun to make and super easy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that, and definitely turn on the bell notifications so that you know whenever I upload a new video. And please share whatever videos you love with the people you care about. So I'm definitely trying to build up my YouTube channel and appreciate all the support that you can give. Leave me comments down below and let me know what you thought of the project, or if you have any future project ideas. I would love to hear that. Have a great day.